Hi, thanks for joining me. I get a lot of clients come to me that are either physically in Canada or want to visit Canada. And their main question is, okay, now that I'm in Canada, or as soon as I'm in Canada, I want to work in Canada. Can I do this? And the answer is no. On a visit visa, you can only do that. Visit Canada. You are considered either a tourist or a business visitor. But as a business visitor or a regular tourist visitor, you cannot work in Canada unless you get authorization to work in Canada. How you obtain that is by having an employer. A Canadian employer has to sponsor you. They have to apply for a work visa for you. Most of the time, not always, because there's different categories, the way to get that is through an LMIA application. I do want to warn clients that there's this assumption that if I come to Canada and I get a job offer, then I can start working. And again, the answer is no. There is a process to be followed. That employer has to qualify to be able to offer you the job. There is a process. We have to post the position on Job Bank Canada. We have to see if there's Canadians and permanent residents that could do the job in the first place. We have to ensure that the wage the employer is offering you meets the prevailing wage of Service Canada, etc., etc. So many clients say, I have a job offer, now I can work. How do I do this? And the answer is, okay, take it easy. We can definitely get there, but there are steps to be followed. The last thing I'm going to say is there's this assumption that if I pay an employer X amount of dollars, then they can get my work visa through. The idea of paying an employer is not only illegal according to immigration, but a lot of these that I have heard from clients don't even lead to work visas. The reason why is in order to get a work visa, the employer again has to qualify. In order to qualify, Service Canada has to verify their last year's tax documents. They have to verify that they're a legitimate company in need of you in this particular position. So it's not as easy as, okay, I have an employer and they have given me a piece of letter that says they need me. No, now we have to prove that they need you. And it's not necessarily difficult, but I can assure you that only the genuine job offers by an employer will get approved. If there is anything in regards to that's not genuine, a Service Canada officer will detect it. In fact, most of these employers that are not genuine will not agree to provide certain documentation for you. So if you have an employer that's interested in you, make sure they contact me. Make sure we talk to them. Make sure that we review their corporate documentation. Make sure that they agree to provide the documentation. Lastly, prior to Service Canada approving your employer to hire you, they will conduct an interview. Again, it's not a difficult interview, but they will ask very key questions. Why this particular foreign worker? What type of skill set did this person have that the Canadians and the permanent residents that applied didn't have? Why do you need this individual and not this person that applied, etc.? Again, if it's a genuine offer, it could easily be proven. But if it's not, that particular lie or misrepresentation is going to be caught by the Service Canada officer. What will happen to the employer if Service Canada officer detects that this is not a legitimate job offer? They will be blacklisted, meaning they can no longer hire another foreign worker. That could be obviously a negative thing, but it's not as bad as for the applicant. For the applicant, you'll be charged with misrepresentation, banned from Canada, and then deported. And that will be shown in any future applications, whether you submit it to Canada or any other country. So be very, very, very careful when you submit an application to Service Canada with regards to a non-legitimate job offer. If you want me to verify if this job offer is legitimate or not, please give me a call. We're here to help. Thank you, and until next time.